Well, hello there. Welcome everyone to another video, and today, if you can't tell, I'm covered in flowers. I saw Annihilation a couple weekends ago, and I fell in love with all of the visuals of that movie. The movie itself is very interesting. It's a very existential kind of look at people and how they react to different things, and from what I hear, it's a bit different than the book, but one thing that is consistent through the two things are the flower people. Now, I'm not going to spoil anything or tell you anything about them. Just know that it's in the trailer. If you want, I'll put a picture of these flower people around. I just kind of wanted to do my own transformation into a flower person. So, as you can see, that's what I just spent the last little while doing. That's what I'm going to show you how I did it. Everything that I use that I can find links to will be listed down below. All of these flowers came from the dollar store. You can buy some fancier ones from your local craft store, but you know, I was gonna cut them all up and glue them to my face, so I felt like I just need to go to the dollar store. I will show you how to become an Annihilation flower person. Alright, so to start off with, I am not naked. I have a top on under this, and we're going to start with concealing all of the red areas and covering our face with foundation to make a nice base for our makeup. Now, I myself have a little bit of eye bag, so I'm covering that a little bit more, and then we are setting it all with some fine powder. We just don't want to shine too much, but we do want to shine in the sun with some highlighter. I'm just doing that across the, I don't know what you call it, the cheekbone, I guess is the scientific term. And then we're going to go onto our eyes. I'm covering my eyelid with a light brown and going in with a darker brown in the crease area, trying for a cat eye sort of shape that will buff out later. I am then going in with a more skin toned color on our lid. Skin tone for me, it's pretty much we're just using it for a brightening, and we're going to go in with an even brighter shade to brighten our inner corners, and I did darken up the crease just a little bit more. Now we are going to add some fun colors. I am adding some greens. We're pretty much sticking to green, maybe a little bit of greenish teal hues depending on what looks best to you. And then I am darkening up my eyebrows with some mascara because my eyebrows are black and that is what I use. Then we are going to do a nice winged liner. Winged liner is the bane of my existence, as you can see. And then we are going to go on with some mascara, which is very hard to open. And very boring to watch, so I did not put a lot in here. And you have your eyes. Next, we are going to go on to our branches. Now I'm using a brown eyeliner pencil to draw out the outline of the branches I am putting on my face. We are going to become the most beautiful of bushes. I am using it to basically trace out where I want it, leaving empty spaces that I will later fill in with black, and just kind of going for a winding, twisting kind of design. It's pretty much freehand. I wanted to go more beauty than horror, so I'm kind of making it flow across my face and down my neck rather than take over my entire face. If you want, you could probably make this into a cool horror look. Maybe I'll try that some other time, but for today we're going for beauty. Alright, now since we have that set, I'm going in with some light brown eyeshadow to cover all of our branches, and as you can see, my sideburns are giving me some trouble, but I am going in to color my ear also so that it doesn't stand out so much in our branch. Now if you want to do this for a party or something that would last longer, I would definitely recommend some body paint. I did not have that. I was doing it with stuff that I already had on hand. And most people tend to have some eyeshadow lying around if you're a makeup kind of person, so I did eyeshadow. You'd probably get a more solid color and a deeper color if you did some body paint. So again, maybe I'll go back and try this some other time and try my own tutorial to make myself into a bush. But today we are going for the easy stuff I have on hand bush rather than spend hundreds of dollars on face paint. Bush. How many times can I say bush? Bush. Now, Annihilation is a very interesting movie. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was at least one of those kind of movies that makes you think. But I like those kind of movies that like leave you questioning things at the end. So I highly recommend going to see it. And as you can see in the actual tutorial going on, I am darkening up the shadowed areas with a darker brown shadow and then lightening up the highlighted areas with a lighter tan shadow. But for the movie, it's well acted. I enjoyed the visuals of it. It's one of the prettiest movies I've ever seen. And it had some really excellent horror elements that did not come from the book. It came more from just the minds of these movie producer people. And while some of their changes from the book is questionable, that part was really cool. But, as you can see, we have finished our branches and we can move on to filling in the empty spaces. Now, the flower people are hollow. Again, if you were doing a horror kind of look, I would definitely recommend going more for the hollow face thing, but we're doing the I am starting to become a flower person kind of look, so we just have a few hollow spaces. I'm using a black eyeshadow and a black eyeshadow pencil to fill in the dark spaces. Again, if you wanted to use body paint, I highly recommend that for the black areas. I didn't have any, but it would give you a much deeper, sunken look. As for the movie, as I keep trying to touch on, it makes you question things, but it is one of the most visually stunning movies I have ever seen. We stayed through the entire credits, not because it had something at the end like a Marvel movie, and now a DC movie, the original people that was Justice League, but because it was just so pretty to see that we couldn't look away. I am now going around the edges to give a little bit of definition to the this is not attached to my face, it is growing onto my face kind of look. It's questionable how that part turned out. I think it could have been a little bit better, but I haven't really done this kind of look before, so I was learning in the process just as you are learning in the process of watching me learn in this process. We're learning together. Don't you feel interactive? Next, we are going to start gluing the flowers to our face. I am using eyelash glue. You could probably use a thing like spirit gum or some other kind of adhesive that is skin safe, but eyelash glue was what I had available to me and is what I am using. But as you can see, it does make it very hard to stick it on sometimes, and you'd probably have more luck with a more professional grade adhesive. But eyelash glue does come latex free, which is good for sensitive skin, which I have, and was a safe bet for me until I can try out some other stuff. You are pretty much going to lay out the flowers however you see fit, whatever looks best to you. Mix in some leaves to give some dimension and some plant growth effects, because flowers have leaves too, you know. It's not just the bush, it's not just the trees, it's all of the plant life that has some kind of leafy green things coming off of it. And I did kind of end up with leaf gills, but I like that look. I'm happy to be a leaf gill kind of gal. There you go. I like leaf gills, apparently. We're learning a lot in this tutorial. I went for this orange liquid crayon kind of lipstick from ColourPop Cosmetics, and it is an interesting texture of a lipstick, but I like the look of it. And there you have your final look. We are now an Annihilation flower person. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, let me know down below. What's your favorite part of this look? Is it the fact that now I have to go take all this glue off my face and my hair? It's probably not my favorite part. Let me know if there's any other kind of makeup thing or movie thing or geeky thing or whatever that you want to see me do. Leave it in the comments, send me a whatever. I don't know, all my social medias are listed down below. I hope that I will see you in the next video, and until then, goodbye! Right, bye.